Hello everyone, welcome back to Art. Happy to see you guys back. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the Too Faced palette again. I have not done a lot of looks with this palette so far, but it's super pretty and I just thought it'd be kind of fun to play this again. And I'm going to start off with my, I really like a sheer tinted BB cream for my foundation. Kind of keeping it light. It's really hot right now. It's very, very humid. We're in Arizona and it's monsoon season. And we had some crazy rainstorms last night and thunder and lightning. It was very exciting. But it's kind of, you know, the next day it's all kind of, it's humid and gross and I'll just, the grass is holding a lot of water and it's just, everything's kind of hot and sticky and all that. I feel like we're in Florida or something like that. So this is really nice, kind of a sheer lightweight one. And it has some coverage, not a lot of coverage, but it has enough SPF, and it's basically a 30 SPF from Physicians Formula. And I just love the ingredients, basically the whole entire sunscreen part of the foundation, and of course, which that gives you coverage as well, is the titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. So those are really good ingredients. Very, very gentle for all kind of sensitive skin. Any kind of skin type actually could use that, but definitely that is just a good way to get some color and some lightness. And the SPF again is really important for lots of sun and harsh weather, things like that. So that's that there. I could do a little bit more coverage, but I might just kind of move on from there. We'll see what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And get the brush, my brows brushed up here. And this is a primer that doesn't have like a lot of color to it, so it doesn't really cover anything. So it's basically a good way to have your shadow stick to your eyes and stay in place, but it's not going to cover any little capillaries or freckles or things like that on the eye. So that's one thing I wish this one would do, but it doesn't. So the next, this was fun. I got this for free in this box with the anniversary event that we had for Nordstrom. So I have the full-size Better Than Sex mascara from those guys, and the Shadow Insurance came in the free actually in that palette. So pretty cool. I like that a lot. I like that I get some goodies, and yeah, just fun to get new products to play with. And my brows in a bit. So there's a couple different colors in the palette that I was thinking about. They're kind of more pink tones a little bit. So I think I'm going to be doing So Boujee. It's kind of a silly name, very silly name. So we'll go ahead and see how that goes with this. And the shadows I'll show you is that little fanny here is my Tria laser trying to keep recharging for me. So this is So Boujee over here. It's kind of like a matte color, just for like a good transition color. We could go into Cocoa Truffle if we want to. Those are both matte colors. I probably will go into, I'm thinking really about going into Classy and Sassy for the main lid color, and then for the crease color to do the, what's it called here? Love and Cocoa right there. So those colors, there's kind of pinkier tones there. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to grab a blending brush just to kind of pick up some of the So Boujee and get right in the crease area there. And sometimes there's the transition color type things they have in palettes are too dark or too something. I taste the chocolate. It's kind of like, it's like sugary and it's falling right off. I just tasted it just now. It's kind of a funny thing. So get in here and get that little bit of shadow going in there. So there's that, just kind of really subtle crease area there. And then I feel like we're going to need to do more pigment for the darker color. So I'm going to go ahead and go right to Love and Cocoa. Pick up this one too and do the same thing right in the same place, just in the crease there. Get a little bit more pressure so you're getting right into the shadow of the eye or the socket. Everyone's eyes is different basically, so you want to really just kind of follow along your eye shape. And if your eyes aren't like mine, then definitely just adjust. And I'm going to kind of build it up a little bit in the outer corner. I like this color a lot. And I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher, just kind of move it on up there. Okay, perfect. And then back in here. Do the windshield wiper kind of technique, of course. really getting in there down at the base. I'm trying to leave it a little bit so you can see a little bit of the other colors and not have so much blending and blurring in together of everything else. So there's that color there, the combination there. So that's Love and Cocoa. So the other color I'm going to do is the Classy and Sassy. So I'll grab another brush. The Classy and Sassy is more kind of a rosy kind of color, purpley kind of color. So that'll go on the outer half of the lid. That's pretty. I like that. It really smells good. Kind of liking this one. It smells kind of like cookies, I guess. So there's that color there. You can actually make it more intense if you wanted to, like, use a setting spray to, you know, just lock in the color and get more glossiness from it, whatever. So I think we're gonna go to let's see here. Do a little bit of I'll do a little more of that, I think, and then I'll add some of a lighter color. Just bring that second color over more. And then I keep grabbing that brush. And then we'll do the, let's do Famous. Famous is this gold color right here. So pick up the gold. And do the inner corner here. Just bring it over and just overlap it onto the other side there. Pretty. I like it. And then on the brow bone, because we have to, can't have too much shimmer on everything, I'm going to go ahead and use the roll-in dough, which is a like bread dough basically, and use that for the brow bone. And that is actually way too white. I think I did this before. I didn't. Maybe I'll do it here now too. I can make it match. The white kind of color is way too light, so that's just not good. I'm probably gonna just dig it out and remove it out of the palette so I don't use it again. So let's blend this together here, and then we'll go back with how about gold dipped? See if we can fix this with gold dipped. And that'll kind of calm it down a little bit. So I literally, when I'm done, I'm going to actually dig this shadow out and just not ever use it again, because that's really awful. Still not great. It's still kind of that grayish kind of color like that. So that's something I'm not thrilled with. So I'm going to go back to this gold one here. So I can warm it up a little bit more. Okay. This is kind of getting crazy, but that's what you do when you have to kind of punt midway through a... That'll be fine. I think that'll be fine there. So we'll just kind of go ahead and go with my liner and get some more definition around the eye area. So let's go ahead and do, this is a L'Oreal pencil. It's the kind you can sharpen, which is nice, so you can kind of have it be softer if you want to, or you can tighten it up and make it a really narrow line. There we go. I'm pretty sure, because I didn't do the setting spray, I'm pretty sure that some of that shadow is going to fall right off and land all over my face, which is okay because it'll fall, keep on falling. You learn what to do by playing around with things and making mistakes and using combinations that didn't turn out so well, and sometimes you can make it work and make it better. So there's that there. I'm going to use this mirror just to kind of get my lower lash line, because I can't really do it without poking my eye out. That close there. And there's that fan again. That's the fan for my Tria. I've been doing my hair zapping thing with the laser, and you have to go every 2 weeks. You have to go back in and do those areas again, and then hopefully after the 3 months, once 3 months are over, then we should be all done, and I should be have hair there. But we'll see. We will see it. We'll find out. It's just when you're buying things from in a store and it's not a pro product, but it's coming from pros supposedly. That should actually give you some confidence that's going to turn out really well. But you never know until you actually get in there. So here is this Better Than Sex mascara, and again, big fat wand. big juicy wand. I like the actual formula as far as like the paste, the goop, you know, that's on the lash, but the shape of the inside that wand is just kind of too big for a lot of people's faces. I have big eyes, but I feel kind of, it's like trepidation when you get really close to the inner corner of the eye and all those bristles just kind of like looking at you. So be very careful when you're doing a lot of makeup. If you're in a hurry or whatever like that, I wouldn't be in a hurry for this one. I'm going to do lower lashes, and we'll go back and we'll get some more on the lower, or the upper actually, if you want the upper. Just wiggle and pull. Okay, so we'll do that for a second. I'm going to let this kind of like actually set in the mascara, and then I'll go back and I'll add some more. So I'm going to go and do my new favorite kind of combination for brightening under my eyes, because I do have some darkness and I also have some hollowness from just weight loss and whatever like that. So I'm going to mix my combination, which I love so much. This is the Erase Paste from Benefit, and now they call it Boing. They have a new name for it, but it's the same product anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then I combine that with the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and these two I bought separately. I didn't like them by themselves, but together they work really well. So this is my favorite combination for brightening under my eyes, and if you guys want to check it out, it's really just easy. I just get a little bit on my fingers, and I keep it warm on my fingers, just kind of, so it kind of like blends together. And then just kind of tap it underneath the eye. And I tap it all the way out to the temple, basically, so getting a really good brightening effect. And that way you have, I mean, obviously you have to have some freckles showing through and all that, so the skin looks kind of fresh, and, you know, it's not really heavily done, but the eye area definitely will look really smooth. So just kind of angling it as I go across under the eye area. I'm just basically pressing that in and cleaning up any little, if there's any dropsies, things like that. And then for just kind of to set the under eye area, Milani makes this really nice radiant powder, which is a very, very light powder, and it has little thing turns. So you turn the little thing here, you have like little holes. Went the wrong way. So I'll tap a little bit into the cap here, and I'll use my fan brush if it's still here. And it is not, so I'll just use this brush here. This is a big brush, lots of glow. So that is really lightweight, and it'll set the eye very nicely. And then because we're here, I'll just go ahead and throw it on the rest of my face, on the forehead, nose, and chin, just kind of right in the center of the face there. So I'm liking the shadow, actually. I think that's pretty nice. And we just need to get a lip color on there and some blush. So let's do the lip color, actually. Grab this one. I think this is one that would be a nice one. This is the Infallible paints in, there's the color here, Spicy Blush. It's kind of a pinky color. It feels really good on, actually. It's a nice texture, and it wears pretty well throughout the day, so I like that a lot. And then for blush, I didn't really grab a blush really handy, I guess. Butter bronze, butter blush, we'll do that. So this is the Resistance Formula Butter Blush. And this is a really kind of soft, rosy kind of color, which kind of goes with my lips. And that's pretty much it. I think it's good. I think it all turned out nicely, and after all the weirdness with the eyeshadows, it really is kind of pretty. I think it's kind of it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna brush my brows up one more time because that makes me nuts to have them messed up. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Thanks a lot.